Hello and welcome back to Yap Yap Salwai. We are the Salwai and we will be talking about BL again today. I'm Maya.
And I'm Sama.
And guys, I think we need to be reminded on how to behave online. Because, okay, today we're not going to be talking about a series like we usually do. But we have a few things on our mind that we want to address. That we want to address about, like, the community of other Salwai, of other BL fans, of other like fans of like media in general. I feel like this is a good topic to talk about today.
So we kind of wanted to touch on both within the fan community and also outside of the fan community, and just general sort of attitudes to, I will say queer love media, like boys love, girls love, queer love, um, both outside and within the communities, and just what attitudes have we seen in our day-to-day lives as fans? So yeah, I mean, so I think we can start with, it would be a good idea to start with what we've seen of outside the community. Sort of what attitudes have we faced in terms of if we tell people that we like BL, or sort of what we've seen around us. Do you have anything to say?
Um, hmm. Would you say that you talk very openly about like the sort of media that you watch? Would you specify that? Oh, I love watching BL content, or would you just say like, oh, I watch TV, and don't go into too much detail about it?
I would say for me, it kind of depends on, firstly, how close I am to those people, and secondly, like, what sort of context are we in? Because, for example, if it was like people I'm not that close to, but at uni, for example, when I was in K-pop society, I didn't really feel the need to hide it because I was like, these are K-pop fans, like
I
they're
feel there's a sort of
probably,
overlap.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think I'm with my friends, I'm like really open to the point where they kind of associate me with BL, kind of to a little bit of an embarrassing extent, but like, for example, my friend the other day said there's a bus that goes through her area that's called BL1, and she was like, I was gonna take a picture for you. I'm like, damn, thanks for thinking about me. But yeah, so I'm like really open with my friends. With other people that I don't know, I would just say I'm sort of interested in Thai series. And then if they know what it is and they bring it up, then I'll be like, yeah, that's what I watch.
Okay. I'd say my case is very different in the sense that I don't. Me and my friends, we're close and all. We don't really talk about. We don't really share interests for the first thing. So if I know going into like these conversations, like, oh, I watch this that TV show. Nobody would know even have a clue of what I'm thinking about. Like when people think of TV, yes, like K dramas are popular. Maybe like Chinese dramas are also popular, but nobody ever really knows about like any kind of series beyond that. And like, of course, we are Yap Yap Sawai, but we don't. Maybe there'll be times that we don't exclusively talk about like TV shows from Thailand, but I'd say because of that aspect anyway, Thailand is not really on the radar when it comes to just like pop culture in general. It's not as big as like K-pop is or K-dramas are. So I'd say for me, I don't really talk about it. And then when people ask, oh, like what do you watch? That's when I say, oh, these days I'm mainly watching Thai dramas. Still not really specifying into like, what kind of dramas they are, whether it's BL, GL, or just like any other drama. And I think that also is because of the type of shows I watch in general. Yes, this is Yap Yap Why I don't exclusively watch BLs though. If a more accurate label for me was, if it's by GMMTV, I will watch it. Anything by GMMTV, I will watch. That's why all my yearly roundups that the closest of my friends see, it's mainly like 90% GMMTV stuff. So I think that's how it is for me. I also think if you were to say BL to people, would they know what it means?
Unless usually, have, like, yeah, no. Unless they know, yeah.
And even if they haven't heard of like BL before, if they've seen like any gay romances, for example. So I know heated rivalry, very popular right now. Unfortunately, I have not seen it, so I cannot say anything specific about it. But there will be other shows like Heartstopper when that was it's still airing now, right? I think it is.
I think that I don't know. I think they might be doing a new season. I'm not sure. I think so.
Maybe I think a movie as well. Yeah, I don't know. But there's like Heartstopper.
Yeah.
That's another one I can name.
Young Royals.
Young Royals. I've never watched again. Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that was books that went to TV. So I'd say that these shows already had a fandom as well.
Yeah.
Beside it, going into it. So when it becomes TV, and especially if a big network like Netflix picks it up, more people would watch it. But still, people won't necessarily know the label BL. And even that label is not necessarily used in Thailand, where it would be CY. That's why we Yap Gap Sao Y, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like for me, that's the reason why I don't really speak about it, because I don't know, show me something and it's made by GMMTV, or show me a TV show and it's on YouTube. I will probably watch it. I'm more likely to watch it anyway.
Yeah. I feel like for me as well, though, even though I am very open about it, I think in some ways my hesitation to tell people comes from a lot of like homophobia. Like it's still a very niche subgroup, especially to say like, oh, I really like these kinds of like series. You are kind of subjecting yourself in a way to some homophobia. You don't know how the person is going to react. So I wanted to tell everyone about a fun little anecdote. When I was younger, I had to get family therapy, various reasons. But the funny thing was so this was when I was 14, 15, my mum said something in this family therapy like, Sama goes really quiet when there's gay stuff on the TV, and I'm like, gay stuff as in news about gay people, not even like a gay show. And my mom was like, I'm really worried that Sama's like okay with this kind of stuff, and like, you know, we're not homophobic, but it's just part of our religion and our culture, and I don't want Sama to like, you know, be influenced by that kind of stuff. And afterwards in the car, this is the kicker, right? Afterwards in the car, she said, but seriously, Sama, how do you feel when you see two men kiss?
How do you respond to a question like that?
I was like, I think 15-year-old me was like, it's not really any of my business. Like, I don't really care. But I just think it's so funny that now I'm just like, most of the media I watch is about men kissing.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's also a fun way to start where it's like, we don't, what did you say? We don't support it.
Yeah, it was like
we're okay with it, but
no, it wasn't even we're okay with it. It was like, she was like, we're not homophobic, but it's just part of our religion. It's just part of our culture. And I was like, I kind of don't think so, but you do you, girl.
Because the thing is, if it's not like support, if you're not for, then you're automatically against. So it's not really a middle ground here. It's either you accept or you don't. No, so it's like kind of it's, I don't know.
100%. It's very much like they aren't supportive. Like she just didn't want the therapist to say anything. But yeah, I just find that honestly so funny. It's like kind of like a mini revenge in my life. That look where I am now. That, I mean, they don't know, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that kind of attitude just always kind of lingers with me of, I can't really tell people that I don't already know are supportive.
Yeah, because you don't know what that reaction will be, and you don't know how your relationship will change with that person when they find out. Either you are supportive of these things, or either you see yourself in these things as well. So... Awkward situation.
Awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I kind of wanted to touch on as well, like, so there's that idea of like outright homophobia impacting it. But then there is sort of this idea of people who like BL are fetishizers. And it's kind of like twofold in that there are some people who are genuinely like that. And then there's people who think that because you like BL, you are like that. And so in terms of the first one, for example, and I told you about this story, was I was at work and there was a new girl that joined and she was like around the same age as us. I was just mentioning that I watched Thai series in general. And on a lunch break with her, she said, so what kind of Thai series do you watch? Like, I know there's a lot of BL. And I was like, oh my God, you know BL. I thought
That's new. That doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, little bonding moment. I love this. So I was like, yeah, that's what I watch. And she was like, yeah, I've watched some of them. It's not like I support or anything, because like, no, but some of the plots are interesting. And I was like, so you're okay with commodifying queer people, like seeing them just as an entertainment for you, but then just not actually supporting queer people in real life?
But I don't understand, if you don't agree with it, why would you watch it?
I guess that's
surely that there's some moral complication in that.
Yeah, I feel like that's where the fetishization comes in, isn't it? It's just like, well, if it's like a pleasurable experience for me, then it's okay, but it's not like I actually agree with it. Like, as long as it exists for my entertainment, I'll take it. That kind of thing.
I think it's kind of weird, because do people think like, oh, we're watching a TV show, oh, there's these two guys in love. Do they think that that's not happening in real life? Like, it's not representative of real life people, for example? Like, how would they react if they've actually met like gay people or like transgender people, things like that? Like, I don't know. It's just, and it's the fact that people feel comfortable to share these opinions as well.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know who is around them. They don't know who. Well, I don't know. My impression of someone will definitely change if they suddenly say something like, oh, I'm not accepting of this, that. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It just leaves me feeling uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know how to talk to you because this is an important part, or like something that is important to me and important to a lot of other people. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think in this case, it was very much like because she was a hijabi, like she was Muslim, and she knows that I'm Muslim. And I think that just made her feel comfortable to say certain things. And I was like, well, just because we have a similar belief system doesn't mean I'm a hateful person. Like,
I do think this whole fetishization.
it's a hard word.
Fetishize. I can't say it, but you know what I mean. And commodification thing. It is really owing to like I would say corporations, but that's not an original thought. With networks like GMMTV or like Domandi, which for a massive percentage of their content push out like LGBT story, well, mainly BL stories, right? And to a massive female mostly base. I think it is really easy to have that debate about, are women the culprit of like fetishize?
You can do it.
I can say the word fetish, but I can't say it. Sorry, but are women the main culprit of doing this, right?
Yeah.
So, suddenly my point is out the window because I can't pronounce a complicated word. But I don't know. I do think if it wasn't for women being a major part of the fan base of this, it wouldn't have gotten as popular as it is, and we are able to have these conversations and put like queer people in the spotlight because of how popular it is. The more popular it gets, the easier it is to have these conversations about this, or what am I saying? It is easier to represent these stories in real life, and to have people like, what's the word? Get used to seeing this as something that's normal rather than something that's abnormal, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like leading into that idea of, again, there's kind of a lot of misconceptions about why we like BL and why we like queer media in general. Especially for like, I think, at least for me, what I see a lot is people can't seem to wrap their minds around why specific. So we kind of understand why women like BL. In part, people would say it's because, you know, there's two attractive guys. If you're straight, that's kind of appealing to you. But also women just like romance stories in general. Women have been known historically to be the main consumers of romance stories, whether it's written, whether it's online, whether it's in TV. Like these are the main people that kind of read these romance stories.
There's always a romance plot in
Yeah.
any show, whether it's
Yeah.
relevant or not. There will be a romance plot, and then everyone comes in.
Yeah. But I think people struggle to then wrap their heads around why people who aren't attracted to men would like it. Like, there's loads of lesbians who love BL. Like, there's loads. And I don't know why people think we are so rare, but there's loads of us. And people just seem to not understand the fact that, like, just because you're watching something doesn't mean it's because you're attracted to the people in it. It's a thing of like having that representation. It's a thing of like, you know, it's just cute. And in general, like, men kind of suck, so it's nice to see them like presented nicely.
That's so true. Like, some of these characters are red flags, but they're still probably nice people you meet in real life.
That's so true.
Yeah. But your point about just because, like, maybe they're not into men, for example, but they still watch BL. I was gonna say something stupid like, oh, you can like Thomas the Tank Engine, but you don't want to like have this fucking train, right? Like, like why does that logic apply there, but not in these kind of shows as well?
Yeah, and it's kind of like that whole, like, there's such a stereotype of gay men loving like really flamboyant female celebrities. What's the difference? Like, genuinely, what is the difference? Because
there is no difference.
There isn't. Yeah. And I feel like, because there was one, so this kind of comes from my experience of, there was one time I was seeing this girl and I was like, I love BL, okay? Like, this is a big thing for me. If we're gonna be a thing, you're gonna hear me talk about this a lot. And she just couldn't like wrap her head around why I would like BL. Like, why not GL? And I was like, I don't know, man. People just have things that they like to watch. Like, sometimes you can't even really explain it.
Would you say you still like GL though? Like, if it was to come on, you're not gonna no, I will not watch this at all.
Yeah.
Which I do feel like some people do, which is kind of strange to me but you know, Maya who watches literally everything, so I guess. But I don't know. I don't understand like the sort of rampant hatred, like the rampant refusal to watch GL series. That's I'm low-key, like, this year and going on, I'm really glad that GMMTV, for example, is doing more GL series, even if it's like, what, there were quite a few. There were like 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was still like, what, 20 BLs, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't compare. There's obviously, they do it based on what's going to make them more money. But it is a good start. But how do we get the girlies to like watching GL?
Guys, there's so many pretty girls in them, and the storylines are great.
Guys. Yeah.
Just can't wait for Girl Rules, can we?
We can't wait, but we will wait patiently. Unlike some people who won't. This is a good segue. Unlike some people who will bully people online because they think that it will help their favorite TV show be released sooner.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the thing with the few tweets that Jojo Tishagon was getting?
Yes. Yeah, so like, if we start talking about within the community, there is a lot of problematic behavior going on. And I feel like I'm a little bit more aware of it than Maya, because I'm a little bit more chronically online. Don't enjoy it.
I feel like if you're an X user, you will be more likely to see it. Me, I know what sort of content is on X. Free speech is important, but I feel like we are too free online. We should not be just saying anything. And that's one of the reasons I'm not checking X as much as I do. And if I do check, I'm only checking like the people I know I like.
Yeah, as you should, because I feel like the algorithm in there is genuinely built to try and like kind of rage bait people. Because I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, why the hell is this on my feed? You know I disagree with this kind of stuff. Like,
if I see another ad on crypto, I will delete the app. Like, I'm sick of it anyway.
But yeah, so I'm sure people will be aware. By the time we release this, it will have been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before. But what happened recently was on Twitter, some fans, I don't know if I want to call them fans, but people who really want girl rules to come out, basically took to Twitter and were insulting Jojo, is it Tishakon? And insulting him as if it's his responsibility to release this, kind of basically complaining that why hasn't it been released yet? Why is it taking so long? And then the kicker calling him the F slur. Like, sorry, but how ironic is that? You are asking for a GL, you're asking for something like queer media, and you're calling a gay man the F slur.
I feel like it's not even like, first, obviously it's homophobia, but also, why do you feel the need to come online and be rude to someone in general?
Yeah.
I feel like let's take it back to primary school. You're told not to call people names, especially names that carry such a weight and such a these are words we don't say. Yeah. These are words we don't call people. I don't understand how anyone could think it's okay.
Yeah, I really don't know. And it was like, you can't even really use the argument that, oh, maybe they just didn't think he would see it. Because firstly, they used his name. Secondly, they literally said, I don't care if that F slur sees this.
Yeah.
What?
And, are you like, oh my gosh.
And then he deactivated. It wasn't even like a simple, oh, fuck you kind of thing. It was, he quite literally deactivated. So you know it affected him because...
It's sort of being like bullied offline, right?
Yeah.
Why did this... But there's so many things wrong with it. We've sort of spoken about calling him a slur. But why did this person think that he like holds all the files on his hard drive and he's just not uploading it? That's not how it works. I don't think he makes the decision of when these things go out. And also talking... I think this tweet called him lazy. This guy's got a job. His full-time job is directing shows. He's working on other shows. He's working on what? Was it A Dog and a Plane right now? He's still working on Girl Rules as well. He's not doing nothing. But also, there's marketing people for this. And also, you don't need to market a show that's not out yet.
It just doesn't make sense, man. It was just like, also you calling him lazy is so rich coming from someone who uses their spare time to just call people the F slur online. Like,
it's these keyboard warriors now. Like,
what?
The most to say. I don't know. I feel like, yes, it's one thing to be excited about a show, but there are other ways to like contain your excitement and keep being excited about the show. For example, like go rewatch the pilot. Go watch the behind the scenes that they put out when they're on like Livehouse, for example, when they do that. Go read the book.
Literally.
Like, the book's really... Oh, by the way, guys, the book is really good. I've started reading it. I'm probably like halfway through the Girls book. This is me promoting it. I don't know if the English translation is out, but I don't want to encourage people to like read an illegal translation online. But like, if you can read Thai, the book is released, so you should go read it.
Yeah. I mean... I'm interested to know in how this person that was insulting JoJo identifies. Because if they are queer themselves, do you forget that we're all part of the same community? And like, just, I feel like I see a lot of people that like, coming back to this whole idea of like lesbians that like watching BL, I think I've seen a portion of people online, specifically lesbians, that feel a kind of like, almost superiority for only watching GLs and kind of judging those of us who watch BLs. And I feel like it kind of stems from that, where it's like, everyone just likes what they like, and you guys just forget that we are part of the same community.
I also want to say, guys, it's just TV.
It's just TV. Please. Come on.
It's how you choose to... You're watching a piece of media. Like, it's not the end of the world. Also, not... It's a weird competition that exists. Yeah. Why is there a competition? Sorry, I'm putting questions out. I have not got the answers.
I mean, if these people want to answer us, go ahead, I guess.
We're always open for discussion in whatever comment section that this gets uploaded on. But still, I will also say, like, the person apologized, but like, we shouldn't be saying these things in the first place. The fact that they were like not assing JoJo, but like using his name, I don't care if they see it. it's not an accident that you spoke like this. And then I think this person also deactivated their account eventually. So they probably got swarmed with hate. Probably the same amount of hate that like Jojo was getting. So it's sort of like their comeuppance a little bit.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's not right to be mean to people, but like you get what you deserve at this point.
Exactly.
Like, we're not encouraging people to go attack people.
No, but like don't say horrible stuff on the internet.
You can't not expect like a bad reaction if you're going to be mean online.
Exactly.
Sorry. Do you think, okay, so like you were saying before, like GL fans can be a bit much.
Sometimes.
GL fans can be a bit much. Some of them, yeah, that's an important word. Some of them. Obviously, we're not talking about everyone. Obviously, it's like a really big generalization to say that. Because obviously, I would say, I'm not a bad person. You're not a bad person. I'm sure everyone watching this is also not bad people. But there will be a few bad apples that ruin the reputation of like fandoms and these groups in general. K-pop bands are notoriously bad rap. Yeah. Do you think there's a sort of ranking in how like toxic a fandom could be? I know I'm pitting everything inside yourself, right? Pitting them against each other, you're on different sides. But do you think that there's a worse bad... Sorry, this is a terrible question to be put on record, but like...
I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. We went on to this. Okay, next. Okay. I do think maybe what adds to this toxicity is you're constantly in a space where you're seeing, for example, if you're a fan of this one pair, you're only seeing stuff that makes you love this pair, right? If you see one bad comment, you will swarm the person who doesn't agree with you. I feel like the internet is getting really polarized lately. We can have discussions about certain things, but we don't have to put each other down for it. And I think, for example, you know that tweet, people won't know what I'm talking about, but you informing me of like the JoJo tweet initially with that person posting like the screenshots of that. I checked this person's page. They haven't got quite the clean slate that you think they do. They do have also a history of like being mean to other people. Like I scrolled, they haven't got many tweets on their page, but I scrolled all the way down and I saw a tweet from 2023 where they're calling out this one actor. You can't act. You are shit. Like it was actually really rude. I'm like, I can't believe you're pretending to be like, you're like up on your high horse being like, oh, look how bad these people are. But you are the same. It doesn't make any sense. I think. Yeah. But also, that this same person is even. I think they will be a fan of Girls' Rules. They're a fan, from what I can tell from their page, they're a fan of Milk Love, that pair. They quote tweeted a video of Namtan saying like, "Oh, it's gonna get good from the teaser. Like you'll see Prim, who is played by Namtan, and you get Goria, who is played by Love." And I don't know if you remember on our little group chat being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we're getting Namtan Love for a bit." So you get people like me who are excited, but you also get people like this person who said, "Oh, good, now I know I can skip this slop." Babe, people can work together. This is a topic I really wanted to come on to. People can work together beyond their pairings because they're colleagues, because this is how it works. But because it's such like a competition between fandoms, nobody wants to see their pair like break up or like work with other people. It's truly crazy out there. It's a wild world to have like such a small mind that you can't handle seeing colleagues work together. But I was shocked to see that. I was like, who is this person pretending to be so good? But you're equally as bad as everyone else.
I think it just comes down to, and I refuse to call this X, it's Twitter. But
sorry.
No. I just refuse to call it that. But I've been on there for 10 years, guys. I'm not calling it
X.
You're
a veteran.
I'm a veteran. But I think it comes down to Twitter being like now under Elon Musk's rule. It feels like it's always pushing stuff to incite hatred or incite arguments, because why am I seeing things hating on people that I like? I'm like, why are you putting this on my feed? Like, you could have just not shown me that. Like, I'm not following these people. Clearly you're just trying to do something here. I just hate it so much.
The not interested button does not work.
Definitely
You'll
not.
see it either way.
So like this idea of people kind of not being able to accept that while they can be friends, they can be even more than friends, or they could just be colleagues. I think it comes down to people really need to just, moderation is key, and take it as they present it to you, because it's kind of a twofold thing where I see in some cases people, for example, don't believe that Dao Offroad are together. What do you mean? Like, how many times did they have to say it?
Did you see the birthday post? Did you see the Valentine's Day post? Like, I'm kind of like, okay. I get what you mean. I'm someone who doesn't like talking about these things because I don't like speculating publicly about what people are doing. But when they show it like this, when they're just being cute in public, what can we think, guys?
I just feel like they are very obviously, like, they want us to know. Like, there is a point where it's like there's only so many things that they can do without straight up saying we are dating and we are going to do this. It's kind of like, it kind of feels like me a bit like kind of perpetuating this idea of queer people need to keep coming out and coming out and coming out and coming out. Like, people just won't believe them. It's like, how many times do they have to tell you something, show you something for you to understand that, no, they are this thing that they are showing you. They're not lying about it. And then on the flip side, people also won't believe when some of them tell them, we are friends, but there's nothing more than that. We are friends, we are coworkers, we are close, but we aren't anything more than that. Like, people will refuse to accept what these actors tell them is the truth. And it's kind of, I wasn't really in the fandom back when Manner of Death was airing, but the whole,
no, this is beyond
this is back. But Max Tull, people would not take that they are best friends. Like, they were very much like, we are best friends, we love each other, like, as best friends, we support each other. People just wouldn't accept that. People only kind of accept it when Mya and Tull now are like, okay, we are literally fiancés, we are engaged, take it as it is. And even then, there's people saying they're not together, or they receive so much hate from people. Yeah, there's some interviews on YouTube, I think, or like, I think Ambulove, they were on Ambulove, Mya and Tull, and they were talking about like the reactions that they got when they first sort of came out with their relationship and when they proposed to each other. And people just, for some reason, could not accept that they were together and would send them hate, either because they were fans of another ship or because they just did not believe that they were queer. And it's just such a weird thing of like, just take whatever people tell you as for face value. Like, there is nothing more we can do as fans. Like, we are not in their lives.
Do you think it's a sort of parasocial thing where because like the fans are basically paying their bills, it's the reason like they got so popular. They feel like they are owed this information. So if they don't see the ship that they so want to see, they will be aggressive about it. Mm-hmm. If they think that there's something there, even if it's not, they will aggressively comment it on every single post that this person posts. Like,
1,000%.
They feel like they are owed something, and I don't like that. At the end of the day, it's just a job for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm very much a believer in work-life balance. Mm-hmm. Like, once they stop filming the thing for the day, they don't have to give you more content of them hanging out, but they choose to post these like, stories and things like that.
Exactly.
But that doesn't give you any ownership of this thing. That doesn't mean you can boss them around and say, "Oh, why didn't you post a Valentine's Day?"
Yeah,
thing?
I think that's why I'm saying I think it's just moderation is key. Like, you can love these pairings, you can love their chemistry, you can enjoy all the content that they post, but at the end of the day, it's still like you need to keep yourself in check. Like, you need to realize when, okay, this is getting a little out of hand. I am taking what they're saying and I'm taking it by like 5,000 steps further for no reason. Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this, but nanon shippers. It's been years. You can't just say, oh, look at adoring Nanon on stage. Oh, because the Riser concert happened over the past weekend. Obviously, going to be looking at the stage. Like, there's a show on. Like, I'd watch it too. But I think this sort of like fandom toxicity thing, I don't know. I love Bad Buddy as much as the rest, as much as everyone else. Like, it was one of the first Gym MTV. It was one of the first BL shows I've ever watched.
Yeah.
So, of course, it has a special place in my heart. But at the end of the day, once that series is over, I can't expect like, and Nanon to hang out all the time. They might not be that close. They probably were when they were filming, but you know, people distance themselves after if you don't see the same person every day. Or maybe like something, I'm not going to speculate, but maybe something behind the scenes happened. Maybe they fell out. But that's not my right. It's not my right to be like, take a photo with Nanon or like, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Starlympics is always a funny time of the year where it's like, oh, they looked at each other and it's just like, they're in love.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. But when it affects like other people as well, for example, when Kidnap was airing, when and Leng had to be a pairing for this one show, the amount of hate that Leng got from and Non shippers. Guys, I know like it's nice to have like neat categories of people who work together all the time. You can expect to see them in this show, that show, this show. But I feel like only in this bubble that is normal, where the same pairs of actors work together all the time. In other shows, it's fine. Like, oh, you do one movie and then you go on to the next one and you're working with other people. It's kind of strange that we force people to work with the same people all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's also a niche, but at the same time, we do need to take a step back a little bit.
And it's like, I feel like it's one thing you can never stop people from speculating, right? And it's kind of in human nature to speculate. Like, if you observe something, you're like, oh my gosh, does this mean this? It's one thing to keep that within, like, a group of fans and, you know, not use names, not let it get out to the people you are talking about. And it's a whole other thing when you use that to fuel, like you were saying, hating on Leng. It's like, what? Why are you letting your own assumptions and your own speculations reach those people and affect their relationships? You have no right to intervene in their relationship. And that's the thing that really gets me. It's like, you are just a stranger to them. As much as you are a fan, as much as you think you're putting money in their pockets, you don't have control over their lives.
I feel like I've got like a weight off my chest now that I've said it online. Now that this is on record, I feel like I could have gotten way more into how much I don't like certain things. But at the end of the day, I can't fault people for liking what they like.
Yeah.
Like, if this is what gives you happiness, then so be it. I'm glad that you find happiness in these things. But at the same time, I'm like, let's go outside, let's breathe in the fresh air, let's touch some grass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good that you like the things that you like, but maybe it's time to also find other things so that you're not overly dependent on getting your happiness from one thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then I guess the last thing I kind of wanted to touch on was kind of within the fandom space, there is a lot of pushing this, a lot of heteronormative rhetoric, especially within pairings, within like, just in terms of the names, right? How we order people's names, okay? This obsession with who's the top, who's the bottom, it's so weird. Firstly, it would be one thing if we were talking about just the characters that they're playing, because to some extent, this is fiction and we do to some extent see their intimate lives on screen. That's the characters. It's another thing when people then bring that into the actors themselves, and they kind of, I just really don't like this idea of ordering names based on who the top is and who the bottom is. It's just,
it's weird.
It's weird. It's fucking weird. And I think the reason I was thinking about this was because of and I really struggle to say their names, but because of PorTeeteePor, right? Up until recently, they were known as like the switch couple. Like they didn't have fixed positions. They were just both a switch couple. They were fine with it. They clearly did not have any like sort of strong preference for one or the other. And it just felt like at some point there was such a pressure on them to conform to like the standard of no, one of you has to be the top, one of you has to be the bottom, there has to be fixed positions, that they ended up rebranding them as PorTeeteePor. And it's so annoying, and it's so like, because it was such a happy place of like, yeah, like why does there have to be fixed positions? They're actors, they're not even if they were a couple, that's weird of you to speculate.
Why are we attaching like certain like stereotypes to like people? Like I feel that's weird. Like first of all, I'm complete noob at this. Like I thought I was online until I realized that this is a thing. What is like being I don't. The fact that this is going to be on record, but like, what does being a top mean, and what does being a bottom mean? Like, at the end of the day, they're just people. Like,
exactly.
Are they associating personality traits with? Anyway,
1,000%, because it's always, at least in 95% of the cases, it's like the more feminine one is the bottom, and it's like, do you understand that we're consuming media with two men? Not
yeah.
Like, why are you trying to push these? I don't know, just heteronormativity, man.
It's weird. Do you not feel uncomfortable, or like, do you hear yourself saying like, I think that this guy is such a bottom? Like, you would never catch me dead saying that. I'm sorry. Whatever, be what you want to be, but I'm not gonna be calling you anything.
Let's end on some positives. I think it's quite nice to be able to find your own niche community within this huge fandom. In terms of like, for me, I find it so fun to find like other queer Muslims online. And it's like, I know that there's going to be loads of them in this community because it's already a very like queer focused community. So it's just, I don't know, it's nice to be able to go into this knowing that you're going to find other like-minded people that you wouldn't generally be able to meet in real life.
I do think as well, like, even though people seem horrible online, when you go to these events, for example, like the fan meeting, everyone is genuinely so nice. Like, the nicest people I've ever met. Like, I've been to other concerts, but like this, like when I went to Afghan, like just chatting in line with people I'd met like an hour before, like crazy. I will say also, like, it's a good thing that there's such a community behind it, because if there wasn't a community, then they wouldn't be making these shows, and these shows have been quite a good entertainment for me, as well as the fact that it's so accessible. What do you mean they're uploading like full series online on YouTube for free?
Yeah.
That's why, like, if they realize it's working, if these shows are getting like millions of views, good for them. It's bringing like these conversations into the mainstream. It's bringing a good variety. Even if like the genre is BL, these BLs have different genres within them. They could be action, they could be like romantic comedy, they can be, I could only think of 2 genres right now, but we're seeing a lot more representation in a whole range of genres. So I think that is a good aspect of like fandoms, and like having a voice and voicing your opinion on what you like to see. Yeah.
And yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to the person who left us a nice comment yesterday. It was so cute. They said like, oh, I don't have friends to talk about BL with, but seeing these clips, it feels like such a little safe place, and it makes me feel so cozy. And I was like, I am going to cry. You are so sweet.
I did tear up, so thank you for that. Also, let us be your BL besties. If you ever have anything you want to suggest or anything you want us to chat about, we will take it on. We read every comment.
Yep, there's not a lot currently, so we do read them.
There's not a lot, but every interaction that I see, I do see them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, give us ideas always. We are not a fountain of ideas. So sometimes you're like, what the hell do we talk about?
The fountain is running dry, guys.
Yeah.
The fountain is running dry already. 7 episodes in. I'm kidding. Obviously, we can come up with things. There's always stuff being made all the time.
But like, maybe there's stuff people are really interested in that we had we would have never thought about. So yeah, keep it coming. Give us some ideas. And we love fandom. Like, girl, I wouldn't be on Twitter for 10 years if I didn't love fandom. It comes with highs and lows.
Maybe I call people out for hating, but I also am a hater too. I just keep it to myself. Guys, like where it belongs.
Yeah.
Negativity should not be spread out online, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I want to say. Everything we said today, obviously we should have said this earlier, it is our opinion. You don't have to agree. I am always open for debate. I might not reply, but I will read it and I will learn and I will take on your points, but I will also have my own opinions.
Yeah.
So it's okay if you don't agree. But we are interested in this conversation, so if you have anything to say.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's all we had to say.
Except I will... No. I will... It is not, actually. I won't accept bullying online. That's my one stand.
Yeah.
Never... Like, if you're harassing people online, automatically your point is invalid. Go touch some grass. Go breathe the fresh air and calm down. And then let's talk it out like normal people.
Yeah. And like we all should have learned at school, there's constructive criticism and then there's just really mean criticism, okay? So think about what your aim is. Are you trying to get that person to improve or are you just hating?
Being a dickhead.
Yeah. Which one, guys? And yeah.
Anyway, this has been Yap Gap Sal Y. Hope to see you in the next video.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.